The new Block Tales update has finally come out, but was it actually good? It's always said everywhere how good it was, but was it really, or is it just glazing? Today I want to give a full overview of the chapter and decide on that. Also, this video contains major spoilers. Play the chapter before you watch this. Anyway, the new update came out and there's multiple things to note on it. Like firstly, nearly all of the players' animations were remade and they are way better. And the storyline was very good. This chapter starts off with you meeting back with Shedletsky. He tells you to get the Ghost Walker, giving you a train ticket to progress. When you get on the train, it suddenly gets attacked by bandits, of which being from Green and Purple, Red and Blue's parents. You defeat the bandits and get to the front of the train. Once you get there, you find Red and Blue along with Nubador. A bunch of bandits come in, and Nubador tells you to help Red and Blue. After defeating the bandits, Green and Purple come in and you fight them. After that, you arrive at the cemetery. After traversing the cemetery, you reach Telemon's manor. Once there, a butler shows you around, and after that he leaves and tells you to not follow him, of course, being the little gremlin you are. You immediately follow him. Then he enters a strange door. Entering it yourself, you go into a haunted version of the manor. In there, you meet the chef from back in Blackrock Castle in ghost form now. You help him make his dish, then he gives you the ghost potion, allowing you to progress by phasing through this gate. From there, you find the Hyperball, but then you fight Slasher and murder him. Then you find the Ghost Walker and go to grab it, but only those with pure souls can grab it. So you literally die. And then you wake up to Bilderman telling you to wake up. You then get up and go forward for a while. You give in to greed, do a maze, then Bilderman tells you to go grab the massive pile of ticks on the ground because everyone needs funds to innovate. You go to grab the ticks, then greed attacks you. You murder greed, then give in to solitude. From here you do a puzzle. Bilderman asks what's wrong. He then lists every single possible thing you could be missing. Then solitude appears behind you. You absolutely murder solitude, being the epic gamer you are. Then move on to fear. Fear does a lot of stuff to try to keep you away. After eventually getting to fear, he says, it's using you. Then you kill your fear and you fall over again. Bilderman then does this. And now you're at Hatred. This is the final fight. After beating it, you wake up alive again and grab the Ghost Walker, ending the chapter. I personally love the storyline with the player. It did lack a bit of new characters though, which is fine, but on my original playthrough was quite a letdown. Now then, this chapter was particularly slow, such as Greed's maze being annoyingly hard and long, Solitude's puzzler being confusing and a bit long, and then Fear's literally being a walking simulator. Then Hatred is literally just walk to the fight, no bees, just nothingness. All of this can be extremely frustrating and annoying, but nothing else ticks me off as much as the cards are minimal in this update, and most of them being very simple. The enemies barely drop any cards. This chapter only having 4 enemies that drop cards out of all of them. But there's one amazing thing in terms of cards. Call cards are amazing. They allow you to summon other enemies in the game as allies for hefty costs of BP and SP. They are super fun and unique. And now for small extra things before a final send-off on the chapter, the stupid enemy attack patterns. All of the dream enemies had stupid moves that are unreactable at times, such as Fear's apprehension being a get good lil bro, and most moves being weird, which was intentional but is quite annoying. My personal hate of the dream area. While the dream area is cool, I personally hated it. The puzzles are annoying and tedious. The fights are dumb. This was because I dodged all of the normal fights. All of the enemy fights were amazing when I actually did them. The bosses were awful though. It was annoying, long and boring. But the more I played it, it was actually surprising good. When you look into the dialogue, it's super interesting. The normal fights are just perfect, down to every last detail, ignoring your bombing pal. Of course, now for a final send-off for this update, Was it good? So overall, this chapter was the most mixed of them all. This chapter had the best moments, best cards, best fights, best puzzles, but also had the worst moments, least amount of cards, worst fights, and the worst puzzles. Overall, this was probably the best one yet, once you ignore all of the stupid parts. Anyways, that's the video. Sub if you liked it, blah, blah, blah. Okay, bye.